Long ago, in the pages of sacred history rose men of power, kings who ruled nations, fought battles, and shaped the destiny of God's people. These are 10 great ancient kings of the Bible, and their stories still speak today. King 1, Saul, the first king of Israel. Chosen by God through the prophet Samuel, Saul stood tall among men, a warrior and leader. He began his reign with courage, defeating the Ammonites and uniting Israel. But pride and disobedience crept into his heart. When he defied God's command, his kingdom slipped away and his life ended in sorrow on Mount Gilboa, a warning that obedience is greater than sacrifice. King 2, David, the shepherd warrior. A humble shepherd boy who faced giants and led armies. David conquered Goliath, ruled with justice, and made Jerusalem the city of God. He wrote psalms of praise and poured out his heart in repentance. Though flawed, David's faith and humility made him a man after God's own heart. King 3, Solomon, the wisest king. Son of David, Solomon built the great temple in Jerusalem, a house for the name of the Lord. He was famed across nations for his wisdom and wealth. Even the Queen of Sheba came to hear his words. But in his later years, Solomon's heart turned to idols, teaching us that wisdom without obedience leads to ruin. King 4, Rehoboam, the prideful heir. When he refused wise counsel and ruled harshly, the kingdom divided. 10 tribes left him, forming the northern kingdom of Israel. Rehoboam's pride shattered a nation that once stood united under God. King 5, Jeroboam, the idol maker. In fear of losing power, Jeroboam built golden calves for the people to worship. He led Israel into sin that would echo for generations. His name became a symbol of rebellion against the Lord. King 6, Asa, the reforming ruler. King Asa tore down idols and restored true worship in Judah. When war came, he prayed and gave victory. But later, Asa relied on men instead of God, reminding us that faith must remain firm to the end. King 7, Jehoshaphat, the praying king. Jehoshaphat trusted God when enemies surrounded Judah. He prayed, and the Lord caused their enemies to destroy themselves. His reign proved that true power lies not in armies, but in faithful prayer. King 8, Hezekiah, the faithful reformer. Hezekiah restored worship, reopened the temple, and trusted God through crisis. When the Assyrian army came against Jerusalem, he prayed. That night, one angel destroyed an entire army. Hezekiah's life was a story of healing, courage, and divine deliverance. King 9, Josiah, the young reformer, crowned at just 8 years old. Josiah's heart burned for God. He rediscovered the book of the law and destroyed every idol in Judah. Under his reign, revival swept the land, but his untimely death ended Judah's last moment of reform before exile. King 10, Nebuchadnezzar, the mighty king of Babylon, the conqueror of Jerusalem, ruler of the ancient world. Nebuchadnezzar stood proud until God humbled him. Driven from his throne to live like a beast, he finally lifted his eyes to heaven and declared, "Now I know that the Most High rules in the kingdom of men." Music swells softly, majestic. From Saul's fall to Josiah's reform, from David's songs to Nebuchadnezzar's repentance, these kings remind us that power fades, but faith endures. Their lives teach one eternal truth. The greatest king is not the one who conquers nations, but the one who humbles himself before God.